preparing. Bear with me while it crawls along at a snail's pace. Goodness me. Super fast.
Well, you're saying turn our videos off. Okay.
Yeah, only if you want to, because it's going to be going live to YouTube. So
what do I go? Stop video. There we go. And mute.
Yeah, mute so that it goes to speaker view. Okay, I think that is now live. Is it? Is it? That's a very good question. Okay.
Yeah, I got a notification that's live, so it should be.
Fantastic.
From YouTube. Yeah.
It's just doing a weird thing there where it's. Oh, I don't need that open, do I? So I can close that, I think. Okay. It's being live streamed. Yes, we've got that. Thank you very much. Okay. Is it on speaker view? I do hope so. Okay. Right, doggy settled. I'm just going to put the incense on. Oops. Oh, that's good. Woo. Excellent. Yeah, Sekhmet. Okay. So here we are again. Ah, that's the other thing. Like, do that. Should be able to. Doesn't want to be too much in the way. Should be okay. I have to project my voice. Okay, so good evening all. So full moon ritual. So this is all about Sirius. So not serious, Sirius. So Sirius is about 3 times, roughly, this is science, remember, it's about 3 times larger than our sun, and it's a white. It's white, it's not yellow. I don't know the technical stuff around why it's white, but it glows white, and it's also known as the dog star, funny enough. And the dog is actually asleep, he's knackered. Bless him. So we're going to be connecting with Sirius to charge our sigils, but they're going to get blessed along the way as well. We're going to go through 5 portals with each of the deities. So we've got Arianrod, Manannon, Brid and Lu. So that's the coming together of sun and moon, water and fire, okay? Which has been coming up in a lot of the readings I've been doing, is that reconciliation, bringing the 2 opposites together, yeah? And the other reason, so yesterday it was in Virgo, so that brings in the harmony and the peace aspect of, I'm not sure if it's still in Virgo, I haven't checked that today. So yeah, we are going to connect with those 4 deities, and they're going to guide us to separate parts of the journey to Sirius. So we're going to ground with the drum, cast a circle, call the elementals, call in the deities, present them with their offerings, and then we're going to use the chakras in the palms of our hands to consecrate the sigils before we then go into the meditation. Strange noise on the altar. Thank you. Yeah, so I think we'll just get on with it, shall we? Okay, so we're going to ground to start with. So you can close the eyes. So what we did yesterday is we did an activation before we went in. So I think we did that again because that was quite nice. So the eyes closed, I want you to imagine the conduit at the base of your spine, which is as wide as your hips and goes all the way down into the earth, all the way to the center of the earth, where the earth soul star is. Feel that energy in the middle of the earth. And then we're going to bring that energy back up through the earth, up through the root chakra, all the way to the heart. And just let that rest there. And then we're going to take our attention all the way up through the upper chakras, all the way out the top of the head, all the way up to the void space, Father Sky, where all those infinite possibilities reside. And then we're going to bring that energy all the way back down through the top of your head, all the way to your heart. And then we're going to switch on that light. So this can either be multiple switches, or it can be one big one. Whichever way you're doing it, you switch that light on now. And see the light as it emanates from your heart and radiates out through the whole of your body, every cell, every microcosm in your body is getting flooded with this light. I see it as like a golden white, but you might see it as a different color. So it reaches all the way to your fingertips, to the very ends of your hair, in all directions. So we're going to take a very quick activation through the 7 chakras. So bringing your attention to the base of your spine, the color red pulses there, to your sacral chakra where it pulses orange, solar plexus where it pulses yellow, and to your heart center which glows green, up to your throat with a light blue pulse, and your third eye with that amazing indigo blue, and your crown where it pulses a violet light. We're also going to go up through the soul star chakra, which is about a foot above your head and glows like a silvery pink color. Come back to your heart center. So now's the time if you want to send out any love energy, be a love radiator. You can then radiate that out to anyone that you feel might want it or need it or desire it. The whole planet if you want to. Take a couple of breaths. Don't forget to send some of that back to yourself. Bring your attention back to your heart. Okay, so you can keep your eyes closed as we cast the circle. So we're going in a clockwise Deosil direction. And again, we're going to see like a trail of light. Again, whatever color you want this circle to be emitting is fine. It doesn't matter what the color is. I would go with your first kind of color that comes up. Okay. So going in a clockwise direction. So see the color as it moves around in a circle. And we're going to use the words circle cast, circle conjure, 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 circle cast, circle conjure. Couple of breaths. So we're going to call in the elementals. You can keep your eyes closed still if you want to. So we're going from the east again around in a Deosil direction. We call upon the elemental air, watchtower of the east. We call on you to join us in our circle and bear witness to our magical workings and to lend us your energy. We bid you hail and welcome. Smurf. You knocked Manana off the altar, you naughty boy. We call upon the elemental fire, watchtower of the south. We call on you to join us in our circle and bear witness to our magical workings and to lend us your energy. Elemental fire, we bid you hail and welcome. We call upon the elemental water, watchtower of the west. We call on you to join us in our circle and bear witness to our magical workings and to lend us your energy. Elemental water, we bid you hail and welcome. We call upon the elemental earth, watchtower of the north. We call on you to join us in our circle and bear witness to our magical workings and to lend us your energy. Elemental Earth, we bid you hail and welcome. We're going to call the deities we're going to be using. So we're going to call Arianrod first. Smurf, what are you doing, mate? Being strange to be. There you go. Bye. Arianrod, Lady of the Silver Wheel, Weaver of fate through space and time, we invite you to join us in our circle. We ask for your guidance on this full moon journey to Sirius. We ask that you light our way and show us the gaps in the universe. Goddess of the moon, we bid you hail and welcome. Manannan, King of the sea, God of the abundant flow, we ask you, we invite you to join us in our circle, to guide us through the element of water, through ever abundance, to victory with strength and tenacity. God Manannan, we bid you hail and welcome. Breed, Keeper of the flame, Healer, Protector of children, we ask, invite you to join us in our circle, to guide us when we need, for healing if we wish, Bridget, we bid you hail and welcome. Lu of the long arm, Shining One, Master of all skills, we ask and invite you to join us in our circle. To guide us, to shine our light as we move on this path of ascension. You of the fire and of the sun, Lu, we bid you hail and welcome. To you all, we ask for your guidance on this journey to Sirius on this eve. we ask that you light our way, the way that is truest for our soul. And to you we present offerings of food from our table, incense, oils, crystals, and our words. To you all we bid hail and welcome. Okay. So we're going to take our sigil. We're going to place it in your left hand. And just hold the right hand over the top. Feel the energy between your hands. It might feel hot or cool. Either is good. It might feel tingly. That's also good. So what we're doing is we're consecrating this. Well, it was just ink on paper. Once you consecrate, charge it, then it becomes a magical tool. So see that light as it passes through the paper and the ink, consecrating it for your magical purpose. It might even feel like it's moving in your hand. Taking a few breaths here. And then when you feel that energy begin to subside, that's doing crazy things in the palm of my hand right now. Wow, it's like a bubble. Wow. Okay. Ooh. Okay. So we're going to keep that. We're going to hold it as we move through the meditation. Okay. So, eyes are closed. Make sure you're comfortable. I didn't time this last night, so I don't know how long the meditation is, but it's as long as it is long. Okay. So we're going to begin by taking a few deep breaths. So breathing in. And just letting that go. Breathing in. Letting that go. And one more time, breathing in. Let it go. Okay. So bring your attention to your heart. We're going to move from this space of the heart. And we're going to move up and around in a portal of sorts. It is like a vortex of energy that gently moves you up and round and up and round and up and up and round until you are standing in what looks like a courtyard. There are large trees all around you. And as you peer between the branches of the trees, you see a figure beginning to walk towards you. The energy coming from this figure is one of fierce compassion. As the figure approaches, you realize this is Brid, Lady of the Sacred Waters, Keeper of the Wells. She approaches you and smiles. Her blue cloak is whipping around in the wind that has just begun to pick up speed all around you. She glances down at the sigil in your hand. You hold it up and she touches it. And as she does, the lines on the sigil light up. She then takes you by the hand and leads you between an archway of pillars to what looks like a well, but is more than a well. As you approach this massive stone structure, you realize there are steps that go down into something that looks like a tunnel of water. She leads the way as you move down the spiral staircase. As you gaze around, you are both struck in amazement at these walls of water. But you know you've been here before. So it comes as no surprise when you reach the bottom and you look up. It resembles a wormhole. Bridget points in the direction of a doorway. But before you go, she removes the cloak from her shoulders and fastens it around your shoulders. This light blue cloak of healing, which although looks heavy, is actually incredibly light. You thank her and move through the doorway, a portal. And as you pass through, you realize when you look around, you're standing on a grassy hillside with the biggest ocean in front of you that you could possibly imagine. You sit down on the side of the hill, taking in this immense view, this huge body of water. You ponder the lines on your sigil. And as you're deep in meditation, you don't hear the horse's hooves on the soft ground approaching. You only realize there's someone else around you when they place their hand on your shoulder. You turn to look up. You realize at once who this is. This is Lu of the long arm, the shining one of the Tuatha De Danann. He smiles and holds his hand out. As you get up from the grassy side, he places his hand around your shoulders and begins to tell you about this amazing place where there is the most amazing gift for you. You walk with him and he leads his horse to this strange building, which looks like the turret of a castle that stands on its own. As you walk through the doorway, you are struck by the gold color inside of this round, high room. As you look around, you realize there are many, many suits of armor and many bows and arrows and many spears lining the walls. Lu takes down what looks like a breastplate from the wall. It is gold colored. And he brings it over to you. He tells you that this breastplate will amplify and enhance your light as you shine it out to the world. You're a little bit taken aback, but you try it on for size and it fits perfectly. You realize over in the distance of this huge round room that there are other people there trying on their breastplates. Some people are working out how to use them. Others are showing those people how to use them. But the sense that you get from these people is one of hope and trust, of great reverence and strength. Lu takes your hand, the one that's holding the sigil, and as he does, the lines light up again. You are entranced by this magic. He smiles at you, pats you on the back, and points towards the doorway. As you walk through the door, you realize you are walking through another portal. And you come out onto a sandy shore. It's the beach belonging to the huge ocean that you were looking at not long ago. As you stand there and take in the huge sound of the waves, the wind in your hair, you realize that there is another sound. It sounds like a calling across the sea. You may feel like you want to answer that call. And that is good, because this is Manannan calling you. As you return his call, you look out across the ocean and you realize there is a chariot pulled by horses made from the foam of the waves. And driving this chariot is Manannan. He beckons you to get into the chariot. As he turns it round to head back out to sea, he looks at the sigil in your hand and it glows. It glows a different color this time. And once again, you are entranced by the magic. He doesn't say a word as you cross the vast ocean in his chariot. But the sound of the horses and the movement of the sea all around you is pure magic. You arrive at Arianrod's tower, the crystal tower of Care Arianrod. You leave the chariot, thanking Manannan, and move through the doorway that takes you into the huge inner chamber of this tower. And as you do, you start to move up and round and up and round, up and round this immense crystal tower. At the top, you see the familiar door with the symbols that morph and shape and glisten and glow. And when the door becomes wood once more, you enter. In the middle of the room, Arianrod is sitting. And as you enter, she turns and stops spinning. She rises and comes over to you and takes your hand. And as she does, the sigil glows one more time. And this time, it glows the color of the moon. She takes you by the hand and leads you out of one of the arched windows along a path. And as you walk down this path, you can ask her any question. The answer may come straight away, or the answer may come later on. As you move towards this super bright light, you realize that this is the light of Sirius, the dog star. There are ancient beings who live here. And maybe next time you'll meet them. But for now, we will be charging our sigils with the energy of Sirius. The energy of forward motion, with the energy of great projects and future visions. And stepping into who you really are. Yourself and Arianrod stop in front of this immense star, shining, glowing, its white light, pulsing with a high-pitched angelic sound. You hold up your sigil and let the light and the energy of Sirius charge your talisman. Breathe. And feel this immense energy as your talisman begins to glow and pulse on its own. The lines of your sigil are lit up and are glowing and changing colors as the energy of Sirius charges and blesses this sigil. When you feel this energy subside, you place this talisman in your pocket. It is time to move back down the path, back to Arianrod's tower. As you move once more through the arched window, you realize that Arianrod has a gift for you. She gives you a silver-edged hand mirror. And she tells you that no matter what phase the moon is in, you will always be able to see the light of the moon in its surface. You thank her and place the mirror in your pocket. She points towards the doorway through which you came. You thank her again. And move out of the room. And as you move into the middle of the tower, you feel the vortex around you, moving you back down and back into your body, gently bringing you back into the room where you are sitting, feeling the surface on which you are sitting, coming back into your body, moving the fingers and the hands, the toes and feet. And we're going to take the first two fingers of each hand and plug them down into the earth. Visualizing the ball of light above your head. And visualize as that ball of light moves down through your body, picking up any extraneous energy that you no longer need. And it moves all the way down, out through your feet, all the way back to the earth. And you can do that a couple of times if you want to. Release the hands. I'm just going to rub the palms together, get some heat in the palms of the hands. And then place them over the eyes. And then when you're ready, release the hands and open the eyes. So we're just going to do a little bit of grounding with the drum and the dog. What are you doing? Thank you, Smith. So you can imagine red swelling energy at the base of your spine. Or you can come back to the conduit that moves all the way down into the earth. Breathe. Deep down in the mother earth. Deep down in the mother earth. Grounding, 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 grounding. Deep down in the mother earth. Down in the earth. Deep down in the mother earth. Grounding, 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 grounding. Okay. So we're going to thank Steve Open Close. Doodle. Doodle. Okay. Bridge and Lou. Goddess and God of the Sun, we thank you for joining us in our circle on this eve and for lending us your energy. We thank you for your guidance. Brid and Lou, stay if you will, go if you must. We bid you hail and farewell. She doesn't want to go. Hail and farewell. Go. Okay, you're staying there. Ariane Rod, Mananon, Goddess of the Moon, God of the Sea, we thank you for joining us in our circle on this eve. And we thank you for lending us your energy and for your guidance. Ariane Rod, Mananon. Stay if you will, go if you must. We bid you hail and farewell. Hail and farewell. May the circle be open, but unbroken. May the God and the Goddess be ever in your heart. Merry meet and merry part, and merry meet again. No, he's not going to do it. No. Oh, he's going to go and get his bone.
Super.
He's digging his bed to get his bone. You're right.
Yeah. My legs are a bit stiff from the walk.
Which way are you going? Cool. You're right there, Smash.
Oh, right.
Oh. Is it going to go out? Aha, finally. Woo. Okay, so if you're watching this on YouTube, thank you very much for joining us. And we are now going to switch off the live feed and go back to the studio. I've actually got to get up and do that though, so bear with me a minute. We don't have any staff here, do we, Smurf? No, we don't have any staff turning it off. Mind your paws, doggy. What are you doing?